Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. The killing of La République du Cameroon, their General Keja Theodore, will be neutralized in the great state of Bui, in Takija, Kilaiki. Video footage is them, then show the operation. It start for run after they done neutralize one of the warder them, where it be like bodyguard for protect the Cameroon general, where been a regional delegate for the Savannah State for prisons. For the interview, when they arrest the warder them, Nang Theodore, we been a prison warder and an administrator for prison and service head for Yaoundé. He be there amongst them. They explain how they come out for install some warder for inside the Nkambe before them execute them. I will bring una details into this event, the possible link to La République du Cameroon, and much more. Fellow Ambazonians, fellow citizens, this one now the Deputy Defense Chief for the Ambazonian Governing Council, the Anti-Kidnapping Czar, aka Sense Pass King, Capo Daniel. This one a special episode for our daily podcast for now. For La République du Cameroon, they are warder them, where they be part of law enforcement officer them for La République. They then be killed for inside the great state of Bui. One of them, a warder General Keja Theodore, where we work for inside Bamenda. He be amongst the death. The Swedish beater, he come with Ambazonia joys and tears. As one of the warder them, his sister, he then be a powerful advocate for the right of self-determination, and a member of the Ambazonian Governing Council. He named na Immaculate, where he be famously called Woman of God. Now a very prayerful person, where he done support the Ambazonian people they applied from the beginning. Immaculate, he also for Facebook page, he done talk about how supportive he brother be. He describe he as a coach, somebody where he always tell he, make it continue, may not ever give up the support for the fight for freedom for Ambazonia. This podcast, it will give a 360 view of which will happen, the plot from La République du Cameroon, and the victory for Ambazonia in this attack. Before we go for exactly which will happen on that day, and La République du Cameroon, their spy and observation of this attack, the Cameroon colonial governor, the chief terrorist Lele Afrique, he then put out an official statement. He blamed the death of their people them on themselves. He go surprise una, say how come a governor when I be in charge of this operation and installation of this warder for instant Kambe, he go turn blame people them when they under he for die in service for their own action. The Cameroon media, they then pick up the story and they then talk, including the link where one of them get them with the Ambazonian Liberation Movement through his sister. So first, who be this General Theodore, when I be the regional delegate for warder them for the whole Savannah State? General Keja Theodore, he be being a person where he be famous for helping SCNC detainee them waiting there for inside prison. According to testimony we don't hear him, he be done being an assistant superintendent for Bamenda up prison. During a period of time, he be particularly take note and help political prisoner the way they be held for inside Bamenda prison. Na person way he support the SCNC, they will get testimony for multiple people the way they don't step up for talk say during their time where they be catch them, say that the hoist flag in those days before this liberation movement in the one start. when they always bring them for inside the prison yard, it always particularly take care for their needs and make sure they make them be very comfortable. So General Theodore, he be a man where he support this struggle. Most prisoners they don't confirm. Then you also get the one when a Lionel Nang, where be the work for principal prison for inside when a warder for Yaoundé for Nkondengi. He too, he been a person where was soldier them for were prisoners of war, then they don't confirm say he be particularly good for prisoner them for day. He don't get problem because of them. The last time where the one can search people them for seize their mobile phone, it helped most of the Ambazonia prisoners of war for be the first one for can take their phone them hide them so that they return them for them after the search. He don't go out of the way for broke law several times for protect Ambazonia prisoners of war against abuses. In one time, he don't fight with the Francophone warder because he want to protect the interests of our people that are there for prison. So we know for sure, say two of these individuals them, where they be the work for La Republique to Cameroon, they be the help and they be sympathize with their people them back home where they go through this subjugation for La Republique to Cameroon. We go first for the link with La Republique where we know for sure say all the Cameroon top official them they be know say these two warder them na Ambazonian supporter them. They used to call themselves an Amba. They then insult them for their work, and we know say the Cameroon government if you want make them die, that one will be sure. These two particular people them they send them for this mission from Cambe. It be suspicious from all report the world they get them from some of their colleagues and some of the people them be surrounded with this case where you wouldn't talk for them. The first suspicion, na say a high general, nobody ever be seen inside the rural areas for our land, especially for pass through Ambazonian territory, Ambazonian liberated territory, where they not send a convoy, military convoy, including armored vehicles. These armored vehicles then be available for such top officials, especially when they go on official duty, and a duty like this will be require so many other Cameroonian top official. The second suspicion will happen na say the press team where they always take them from upstation Bamenda for CRTV, the radio and the TV one, the way they use such operations and installation as proof say La Republique the win for try for do propaganda video for their CRTV. All of them, they no be take those journalists, me accompany them. So this whole installation trip where they send a top official, a whole general by itself, it shows say na indication say it be likely be a setup. This General Theodore, for fit go for this installation by itself. If you see delegate a assistant, make it participate, go do this installation. Since be a very high level one way be require armored car. So the fact say we get armored car protection, and then send they not allow me send he subordinate, then one mean he go there in person. It shows say na a setup. You also get the Nang Lionel we then send it from Yaoundé. Why will they delegate somebody where they come from Yaoundé, where then get higher officials and for inside Bamenda where they fulfill do the same? Nevertheless, the indication in that way we get them, and we want make our people then be aware. We also get the fact say during the time where they be pick them up, they soldier them on the ground, they be spot a Cameroon drone where it be they observe, they think the activity then where they go on for inside Kilaiki. Those drones, they know Cameroon no get very sophisticated drone where me say probably there was a Cameroon military post that was observing and was expecting that there will be an incident, because it be unusual for them for begin to use drone where they know they on operation, as that area now an Ambazonian liberated area where you already get control them, joint control them for road. Since we open that road, we don't even announce for the public, say there could be patrol for check vehicle them for make sure say not only civilian that use that road. Without announce I'm saying no Cameroon colonial administrator or civil servants, use that road, would that make several announcements. So it be been a public knowledge, say that road, it get road check them, it get road block them, or they inspect passenger the way that they go through that road. So definitely, them for them get all those information and therefore advise them, may they not pass for that road. We also know certain way they want go for go do that installation, then be used na Bamenda Fumban road for enter for inside Nkambe. And we know say for that particular road block will be done already. First stop a water where they pass for that same road, and will release the water where we in Ambazonian, a retired water where if they go for go bury pass, so they be aware of all this intelligence. But somehow when they go for Kambe, then provide them with body armor, provide them with weapons, tell them, say me then use that road. So now Cameroon government, it be send them for that road. Now the Cameroon colonial government, it be in charge of the security, and they advise them, say me then use the Ndu Kumbu road, and then use Ndop for come for Bamenda. So they go through, then provide them with body armor where they no be command with them for Bamenda. This one their colleague, they don't confirm them. And the driver, they be insist me wear a bulletproof jacket, give you AK when a military assault rifle. No be one way they issue them for what of them. So those weapons were provided in Kambe, and they be know very well any security person could know say if Ambazonian fighter then spot them with body armor, with weapons, it could be in a confrontation. That one was the death of a rival. They be already set them up for die. And surely, when them be the drive, them pass through for the Rishoki for Takija. Now for they encounter a joint patrol. For this patrol, in a united patrol, that's why we announce and say we be in a joint mission. No be say the ADF will be in command. That joint patrol where the patrol that road, it be involved with over 33 members of all our major forms, and for they are not going to give the specific numbers of how many forces they will be on the ground for do that patrol, but they will be under the command of General Maddock, when an ARF general commander, now he be the command, he will be in command in charge. When we get the information, say this individual they will then be arrested for that road, and person that should execute one of them where he be carry gun and bulletproof, he will attack them, the executee will try to reach out to the people where they be in command. Unfortunately, our ADF leadership, be get a top commander for day. Our commander them arrive for day later on. The whole incident will be recorded for video. Even when the other forces then come for day, those people they will be killed and they will be beheaded. Those beheading them, it will be na ARF members, them elements, then behead them, then record them for video, and then release them for public. I go on for digress and for explain certain things. There is a reason why the ADF under the Ambazonian Governing Council, it always make sure say their forces them get then they under structure. Each time our forces they arrest any top official, they get them be under obligation for make a report for their hierarchy, so that the incident it could be managed appropriately. It be very unfortunate, but if our hierarchy be aware, say this particular individual them, they will be arrested, definitely the soldier they will get authority for use force, because those people they be carry their weapon. So the soldier the way they execute them during the confrontation where they be get them be right and they be do the right thing. But the subsequent release of video and the beheading of people then way then be sympathetic to the cause, as the video where they be released by the ARF members them. Now video then that way it not supposed to be released. Now action in that way it not supposed to be done to people then way then be considered as friendly to our people. We get an obligation for verify each individual when they arrest them, and would call on the IG. Somehow the ARF in Bui is, according to their members, they are neutral. They are not with any IG, but they ascribe to the IG ideology. So they are independent. It is we know that there are people who are political advisors to them, who were all members of the former Bui warrior, including the nurse, Luista, and many other people that are behind them. They have to take active responsibility for their activity to make sure that their conduct is in line with the expectation of our people. It is one thing to arrest a soldier, a Cameroon military man, on the battlefield with guns, and it's another to arrest and disarm one who is a top official. We do not we are not happy with the way the bodies were handled, and we have explained our objection, and we want our people to be aware that as much as if you work for La République, you will be a target of our campaign to liberate ourselves from Cameroon rule. But we want those who support and sympathize with us to know that it is not enough. One thing we people they need to understand, now say colonization itself is defined as a war against you, as a crime against humanity. So anybody where they participate as a Cameroon government official for help the recolonization of our territory through administering of Cameroon government jobs is committing a crime against our people. Is enabling recolonization of our territory. That alone is devastating to our people and their chance to survive. So we no want make people that they support we and remain for La République. We no desire those type of help. This remind we for which we fundi if they talk. Say we no know. Say the help we time where they arrest our people. Them they always stand for help our people. We don't pass that era. We will be satisfied for be treated as second-class citizens. We will get people them for elite. We will count on them. Say when we get problem, they will help we. No, we want for be free as a free people. We will no need to go through this type of treatment from La République. So irrespective of the fact, say this individual then be the support Ambazonia and then be sympathetic. The fact that they work for the colonial administration, it shows say they don't choose their own stomach over their own people. Therefore, they don't resign. We know say some of them don't contemplate for resign, but they be still work for La République. The fact that they go carry gun, it shows that they be get intention for use that gun, and the soldier they be get right for neutralize the threat with them be. But we frown at the fact say they be decapitate them. Not be something that way if will be done. And we call on those who then be behind Mad Dog for make sure say those things then be done in a way where it could reflect the expectation of our people. Nevertheless, we congratulate General Mad Dog for setting up that effective control for that roadblock, and for make sure say no person enough of it pass for the. Even though La République they will send them for inside machine make it chew them, we know say they accept the need for take responsibility for working for Cameroon government. It comes at a price, and this should be a lesson for all Ambazonians. Like the ADF general for inside Bui, it has sent out message: if you do work for La République, no come back for Ambazonia. If you do come back, no say you could be considered as a representative of a government where they carry a genocidal war against our people, and you know could be welcome home. So we get 4 dead Ambazonians them, where they die as wearing the enemy's clothes. And this one, it could be a lesson for all Ambazonian them, where they for La République as we don't talk. And for them for know, say the promotion with somebody like Theodore Igetam, where they be making regional delegate for the whole Savannah state. This one a position the way they know be the giam for Ambazonians them previously. So they give them promotion now, not because the Cameroon government love them, not because they know if mount those posts. And then when they even give them that type of position, they push them now for their own untimely death. So any person way Cameroon government, they come for inside our country, they promote you, they give you high position, you they celebrate them, no begin celebrate and feel say that they do you as a favor, but they set you up for your untimely death. For every Ambazonian way they work for Cameroon military, those same people them they could set them up as they done set up this one them, Lionel and Theodore and Nelson, where they done set them up, they can fall in the hands of their own brother. This one I fight, we will need for fight them For South Africa, when they be the fight against apartheid, the majority of the target of the freedom fighter them, it be being their own people. As every occupier, they always count on the house, what they call a house nigger, or the privileged slave for toe the line, for deceive the people them and for keep them under subjugation. So definitely all this roadblock them when our own people, we will need for remove them before we could get our freedom. So the things we would take away from this incident are two things. One, there is a need for structure and accountability. If the people, the way they be in charge for General Mad Dog, they be take responsibility for them, therefore advise them not for put out those video them we carry out those decapitation. Therefore advise them not for even go to that extent, even after they done neutralize the threat with those people they be. Most of these IG people, where they come for can rains group for send money, she don't for back, expects those boys and go be capable for handle such things them. And then they hide their face for back. No man don't know who them be. Just simply for take political position them for a virtual government. Me them know. Say them be responsible for the conduct of those soldiers. And we will continue for the hold them publicly accountable for the actions of those soldiers. They no go just take the credit. After the soldier them they ran release those videos, the same people then write out a disclaimer, say they want distance themselves from the activity of the soldier them, where they send them. So these people are people where they know if you put their face outside, they hide for back, they know if you take responsibility for actions of self-defense or actions of liberation, but they go easily throw the boys them under the bus when pressure it come. The boys then do the right thing for neutralize a threat, where these people then be pose them with the weapons, the way they be carry them, working for the enemy. Lack of competent supervision and structure over the soldiers. They be responsible for the mishap and the bad treatment of the dead body of those people. La Republic not even give those people the courtesy for saying a convoy me then come take their dead body that the church end up for intervene. We would see picture them where priests then come carry the dead body them by themselves. This one they show how low Cameroon government it consider even a general we come up from Ambazonia, and this one a message for all of them. If Lele Afrique, a whole colonial governor, he come turn the blame people the way they don't die for mission when ye send them for their security, when ye be in charge for their security, it show na say na signs of guilt. Any man way it work with La Republic, make you know say they go set you up and will not go fail you for deliver you your own kunkum. For our sister Immaculate, we then be a strong advocate for the right of our people. Somebody will love our people and he seek their freedom and he then pray for our soldier them every day. For a Facebook page, he blame La Republique to Cameroon straightforward. He said and set up he brother made and kill. Previously, before this incident, he don't always knows that they could target his brother because of his outright support for Ambazonia. He also blamed the ARA forces them, call them for the name we will be to call them, that will not be done reconcile with them, the butchers of Bui, for their actions on the corpse of his brother. That we also sympathize with her. That was uncalled for, and we also stand together with her for saying that the treatment of the body after the death was not appropriate. It does not reflect what our people would want. But the action to neutralize them was a justifiable one, and the soldiers did what they have to do. It is the way for freedom. Any Ambazonian way to work for La Republique, no matter your relationship with us, you will be treated like the enemy because that is who you are. An enabler is equal to the enemy. Accessory to crime is as guilty as the crime itself. All soldiers them for ground the need for submit themselves. For effective leadership, we feel advise them on their conduct. The conduct of soldier then be very important as it reflect on the entire liberation and also on the will and the mindset of our people to continue to support the drive for their freedom. Because without that support, without the reflection of the will and conduct of our people, you jeopardize the entire liberation movement as well. God bless you all. Capo signing out.